Hello everyone, and welcome back to your boy, the Sean Davey Way Show. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Tap that bell if you would like to be notified of all of our future content. Today, I bring you a video on Ava Combs. Surviving Diddy has been massive over the last few weeks, so what better way to develop the story on Ava Combs than surviving Diddy and adding her in as a chapter. Without holding you any further, let's jump right into it. Ava Combs. She was first introduced in 2020, ironically, when Diddy had all of his other children introducing themselves as well. We heard nothing about this young lady. She kind of just came out of nowhere, and she definitely stood out. It's not just because she's allegedly being adopted by Diddy in the video, but it's also because, let's talk about the elephant in the room, she's white. Now, there's nothing wrong with a black family adopting a white child or any other nationality. That does not matter. But guess who it does matter to? Diddy. Notice how in the video that I'm about to play, Diddy states that just like Charlize Theron and Madonna adopted black children and they are Caucasian, I am African American and I'm going to adopt a Caucasian child because Madonna is doing it. Let's get into that.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Ava Baroni Combs? Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. But please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
Ava, that's like a little bit like borderline suspect. I don't want nobody, we want to get it clear. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids and everybody else adopted kids, Charlize Theron. Everybody.
Side note, I don't know why it's so important that Diddy labels this young lady as a white adoptee, Ava. I don't know. I feel as if he's trying to make it seem as if this is a get back for like the black community, since white people have adopted black kids that are famous. I'm going to do it too. We're going to get our lick back type of situation. I really don't understand what he's comparing at this moment in time, besides making us feel like Ava is a possession, that Ava is not a human being within this moment. She is an item. She's something of like a trophy or trinket. I have no idea. All I felt he needed to do was just announce her, said that she is adopted, and this is why you're going to be seeing her. To bring up other white celebrities that have adopted black children is troubling. But let's keep going. Following the news that Sean Diddy Combs' homes have been raided over alleged allegations, many began combing through the hip-hop mogul's social media. Shout out to Distractify.com. They were looking for clues that may have been ignored in the past. All of the searching paid off though, because it led to a resurfaced video of Combs with his adopted daughter Ava Baroni Combs. The video is confusing and has left many people with questions about Combs' relationship with this underage girl. Here's what we know about Ava Baroni Combs and what happened to her following that video. I'm going to show the video in its entirety so that you can get your own opinion on what you think. Now, some people have speculated in the past that Diddy was just trolling and whatnot when he brought his children on here and brought Ava on as well to say that he adopted her. I do not believe that that is true. Ava has been around him since she was an infant. And not only him, Kim Porter. She passed away in 2018, and we did not really see much of Ava before that. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later in 2020, Diddy brings Ava to the forefront and lets everybody know that this is his adopted daughter. This is not the only time Ava has said this, and we will do an update right after this video to show you what Ava's been up to as of recently, and that she is still claiming Diddy as her father. She's even asking you to pray for him. I'll be right back with my commentary after you watch this video in its entirety.
Yeah. Everyone, introduce yourself.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Oh, Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Ava Baroni Combs. Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents that, but you're my child also. But please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
Ava, that's like a little bit like borderline suspect. I don't want nobody, we want to get it clear. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids and everybody else adopted kids, Charlize Theron, everybody that's ever adopted Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So just clarify it, because it's crazy out here online. So you play with the kids, and I got permission from your mother, and to say all of that, just make it, because it's crazy out here.
Well, I met Jesse and Delilah when I was 6 months old.
6 months.
And then we basically are sisters, all four of us. So. And
6 months.
I always come over.
Yes. And it's Ava Baroni Combs. Come on.
That was the viral video from 2020 of Diddy bringing Ava forward for the first time, stating that that was his adopted daughter. Very creepy. I also think it's weird that he kept bringing up other white celebrities and that they adopted black kids. Diddy, that has nothing to do with nothing. Shout out to all the white celebrities that have, or celebrities in general, that have adopted children, and it doesn't matter what race they are, as long as they're being treated well and given good lives. And from what I gather, Charlize Theron has done her thing, Madonna has done her thing, Angelina Jolie, and so many others that have adopted black children. Thank you. We appreciate it, because you could have left them where they were, but instead you gave them beautiful lives. So thank you. Thank you, everyone except Diddy, because he is the only one. We all know Diddy likes to bring responsibilities in his life just to abandon them. So he did the same thing with Ava. She's no different. He brought her in just to abandon her, among other reasons. But let's get into what Ava has been up to now. What happened to Ava Baroni Combs? Well, according to Distractify, although Ava stopped showing up on Combs' social media after 2020, she recently started a TikTok account. The account only has 3 videos to date. They're just short videos of her with music underneath them. It seems that Ava noticed the uproar around the initial videos of her and decided to address it without going into much detail about what happened to her. Her quote, "I'm fine," her caption explains. In her bio, she elaborates a little more, writing, "Hi, I'm Ava Baroni Combs. I'm fine, DW. For me, pray for my dad." A reference to the raid that was conducted on Combs' home. Side note, I'm really confused because this TikTok account is fairly new. So it could be somebody just clout chasing as Ava. And the reason I say that, again, is because look at the picture of Ava here. And look at the picture or still from the actual TikTok video. To me, this does not look like the same female. It does not look like the beautiful girl that is in this video prior. And Ava has some updated pictures on her Instagram and whatnot, which is now private. Ever since we did our video on her, our live, Ava has privated her Instagram. But I will say as well, those pictures on her Instagram does not look like this female that is in these videos. So I'm very confused. Is this a troll, or is this Ava, or did Diddy pay somebody to pretend to be Ava? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you think this is the same Ava Baroni Combs from the video from 2020? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm still very puzzled, but let's keep going. The young woman in the videos does appear to be the exact girl who was in Combs' TikTok 2020, but she isn't being super forthcoming about exactly what her past few years have been like, or how she wound up being adopted by Combs in the first place. Side note, that's very true. There's not much information about Ava Baroni's parents and why Diddy has her in the first place. She said in the original TikTok video in 2020 that she was like outside a lot and on the streets basically, and Diddy took her in, which doesn't make sense because she said she first met the Combs twins when she was 6 months old, meaning her family would have had to have been close to Diddy or Kim or someone around the Combs camp in order for Ava to be adopted in the first place and for her to be so close to Diddy's children. Diddy is a very private person, so bringing Ava to the forefront is concerning on many levels. Because one, we don't know much about Ava's family and her true backstory. Two, what she said in the video as a child does not make sense. She said she met the twins when she was 6 months old, but she also says Diddy picked her up out of the streets, basically, that she was always outside and whatnot, and he wanted to offer her a home. Well, wouldn't he have been done that if Ava had been around since she was an infant? She was 6 months. She's an infant. Why would he wait until years and years later? How is Ava in the streets if she lived somewhere near him? That doesn't make sense. If you live near Diddy, you gotta have money. You gotta have a mansion or something like that. And if she met his children at 6 months old, his twins, then again, how could Ava have been poor or just in the streets? If she was there as a child, that means her family was somewhere present. If her family was not present, that is something that needs to be explained. Because again, how did you get this girl? How was she around you from such a very young age? Was it like a 6-month-old toddler crawling around the streets and she played at your house before, so you just went out there and picked her? Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. What also doesn't make any sense is that she is not legally adopted. Legally, her name is still Ava Baroni. That does not make sense. She's just saying her last name is Combs. No different than Quincy Brown. Quincy has been listed in articles and places as Quincy Combs, and Quincy Brown has also stated in the past that his last name is Combs, but he has never been adopted by Diddy. His last name is Brown because of his father, his biological father, I'll be sure. What else is concerning about the adoption is that Diddy has not spoke of Ava since 2020. She has not been on any of his social media. She does not shout her out. He doesn't say happy birthday to her. He does not take pictures of all of his daughters besides his melanated ones. It's very confusing because she would stick out like a sore thumb, and she does not. She doesn't stick out because she's not around. Where is Ava Combs? At this point in time, Diddy is doing a lot of damage control with all of the problems that he has going on in his life. He, again, brings things into his life, whether it's people, projects, employees, and he will just abandon them. He has a very short attention span as a narcissist, so he does not give much attention to things unless he feels as if he owns it. If he can't own it, he kind of leaves it where it is, type of situation. If you would like an in-depth video on what is going on with Ava, where she is and where her parents is, please comment below part 2. And I will do an in-depth research on what is going on with Ava. Why is she in New York? Why does she only come around the Combs twins, no one else? Why does Diddy not speak of this young lady? Why has it been almost 5 years since he said anything about her at all? And as of recently, allegedly, she's on TikTok telling people to pray for her father and letting people know that she's fine. Why isn't she talking? Why isn't she letting people know, like, hey, I am good. I'm not in any danger or anything like that. Diddy has been amazing. Everyone in his family, I love them, blah, blah, blah. She's not saying any of those things. She just put up a video and wrote a caption, I'm fine. How do we know that? You're not speaking. You're not doing anything that a person that is fine is doing. And you're also not doing something that a person adopted into the family would be doing too. Quincy Brown is technically adopted into the Combs family. You see Quincy Brown all the time, but you never see Ava. Why is that? I love you all. Until the next video. Bye.